Welcome to A New Perspective with your sister Leslie Roberts. Come on in, take a seat, and let's talk. Today, I want to welcome you into my living room. Yes, I have decided this season that we're going to film from areas of my home because it's my home to your home. So I am dealing with the home issues. So it makes no other sense but to film in areas of my home so that I can be transparent, so that we can get to the issues, so that we can deal with the households, okay? So welcome to A New Perspective. I know we are coming from 2020 into 2021. We are here, 2021. And there are some things that you have to leave behind. I mean, everybody has New Year's resolutions. Everybody. Whether you speak it or you're thinking it, you have something that you are ready and willing and amped up to change for the new year. So I wanted to come and give you three ways to handle those changes that are going to come up and that have come up to bring forth change in your life, ma'am, sirs. You know what I'm saying? Because change is important. So it's inevitable. If you're going to grow, if you're going to progress, you've got to make forth the necessary changes. Okay? And you can't be afraid of the changes either. So there's three things that will help you on this journey of change, leaving 2020 behind and going into 2021. Number one, identify what to change. You've got to be clear. You've got to be crystal clear on what it is that you're changing. So I would say, jot that thing down, write it down. Get your journal, get your pad, write down what you are changing. Start it like this. I am going to change, fill in the blank, okay? Easy as that. Number two, you have to understand and be mentally prepared that once you identify the change, now it's time to interrupt a pattern. The pattern. Whatever the pattern is concerning that change, because now when you remove that variable, which is the change that you make, it's going to leave an empty space. So you want to make sure that you are aware of how you're going to interrupt that pattern, okay? Because it's a pattern that has to be interrupted. Now there's some changes that's being made. And number three, this is where you're going to have to get creative. This is where within us we all have an area of creativity. You're going to have to create a new association that empowers you. Something to replace what you're replacing, okay? And that replacement has got to be something that empowers you. For example, if I say I'm going on to change some emotional stress, then identifying what I'm going to change is emotional stress. I may even ask myself, what is causing me a stress? And get one specific, clear thing that is causing the stress. So say the thing that's causing the stress is I have too much on my plate. So then I have to interrupt that. I have to take that pattern that I'm used to being super busy and I'm used to creating 9 to 5s, 7 days a week. I have to interrupt that pattern and say, you know what? I'm going to cut back and I'm going to not do 9 to 5. I'm going to do 9 to 12 and I'm going to take 2 hours and then just create something that empowers you and something that makes sense to you. Replace it with something that is empowering and that will make sense. So now I'm going to replace what I have to, what is creating chaos for me in my life. I have to replace it with something more empowering. So if I cut back the hours, maybe I'm going to put in a time to do meditation. I mean, it's always a being creative. So you have to get creative in this season and you have to create some changes, and you have to first identify what the change is. So that's my perspective that I give to you today. 3 things. Again, identify what to change, interrupt the pattern, and create a new association that empowers you. So you have a blessed one. We'll see you tomorrow, and you stay in tune. A new mind, a new world. Change your mind, change your world. Have a great one.